¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I'm your host, Champion El Dinero, a truck driver on a detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join me on this journey. And if you're a new viewer, my daughter got something for you.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe our video and like.
Thank you. And if you are a returning familia and already subscribed, let me know down in the comments below. Do you think Holo is going up with the news I'm about to drop on you, or do you think the Holo is going down? Len, thank you so much for subscribing, joining the Discord, commenting. Shout out to you. Here's a round of applause for you. Woo, woo. Thank you so much, and you make this 100% better to know that I have an audience watching. You have no idea how appreciative I am for each and every one of you. Now, today we're going to be talking about what's happening over the weekend. Now, Thursday, I did say that something was coming. I said something was coming, and I said, hey, this is going to be the Godfather story of it all. And so Friday, we thought that Holo, I honestly thought that Holo was going to go up. It did not go up. Let's go ahead and just, let's just, it didn't go up. I was looking at it, and it just didn't want to go up. Oh my God. But enough of that sappy stuff. So it is what it is. But the reason why it didn't go up is kind of clear. And you guys should see that this is actually a big news that you missed out. I'm sorry. I don't get excited, but we already have proof that had this happened. Oh no, it has happened before. So then we can look forward to something fantastic. So with that being said, we're going to dive into it. We got a few comments that we're going to shout out in this video. We have Live Tribble. Thank you so much. We have great video, as real as it gets. Hey, I appreciate that. And they had like a pre-filled out comment, so I'll do that. But you got a live shout out. So yes, we have Vernon Jeffers. I'm not going to read it due to the fact that it kind of tells people what to do. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball, but I do see some logic. But I hope that this changes your idea on Holo today. So we have Maximilian, 10 a.m. and Holo gets halted. Hey, halted is a good sign, honestly. It is a good sign. That I'm telling you, it's a really good sign. And then Holo YOLO by Fishy Friend Aquatic. Shout out to you as well. Thank you for everybody that did it, that commented. So enough of the chit chat, enough of the squandering around. We're going to dive into the news. We have China, whatever it takes moment. Investors hope for hundreds of billions and new stimulus. Let's get it. Yep. And we're going to read the key points here. Investors are on tender hooks as Beijing prepares to deliver fresh policies to boost its economy. China's top state planner underwhelmed investors by announcing smaller than expected action earlier this week, sending a lengthy stimulus rally in the Chinese market into days of intense volatility. With Beijing at risk of missing its full-year economic growth target of 5%, some analysts are confident that authorities are ready to deliver major fiscal stimulus at the highly anticipated event, while others remain skeptical. So it looks like, and I'm not going to pay for this, but this is Bloomberg, China investors expect $283 billion of new stimulus this weekend. Financial Minister Lan is host anticipated briefing on Saturday. So you guys got the date, and look at Holo. Look at it. Wait, you guys can't see it. I'd $5 after hours, $5.29. What in the world? What is going on? Like we saw a boot. Why can't we have this? Look, it went from here to this. Why can't we have this? You know, let's get and stay up here. But no, let's go to the 3 month. Is this where it went to? No, that was poor. Let's go year to date. Why can't we see this? Right? Please? I don't know. Anyway, it's so sad that we didn't get that today, but it is what it is. But now let me show you something. Press releases, right? There was a pump. If you guys look here, there was a pump up right here in February, and it started on the 2nd. There was paperwork. I did read it last night. Yeah, last night. And pretty much I saw that everything is going exactly the way that it once did. Now, the only difference is that if you wanted to go off a pattern, it would have dropped Friday. Like we would have saw a boost going up Friday and then continued on. But as you guys can see, it pumps, dumps a little up, and then it goes straight up, right? And typically this first pump is the biggest one. That's going to be the biggest pump of them all, and then you dip a little bit and then we get another one. Now if we look at the 5-year time frame, this is the only one that kind of really did that in February of this year. Now if we go to this one, it just went straight up. It just went straight up. And then this one was actually in August. This one was a short squeeze that was created, so somebody couldn't cover, and then pretty much it just went out of control. So I don't count this one. We really have two reverse splits and then a squeeze, from what I believe that to happen. Somebody had did a documentary over this. So let's go ahead and look at this. Look, no press release, not even in February. So a lot of individuals, they did release like SEC filings in February, but on their website, they really don't have any press release. They did have a press release in their SEC filings. I don't know why it's not on their website. So if you're looking on the website, I highly suggest not to count on that. Look at their SEC filings in order to see a correct press release. This is not really going to be 100%, because I mean they haven't even released any kind of filings or anything like that for the financial information. So let me see. Yeah, the last one that they have is over here, the 6K. So and then they have this one, MicroCloud Hologram, for the annual reports. But obviously there was more SEC filings than the one here in September 2nd. We have the one for the reverse split. We have a lot more. So don't count 100% on MCloud. As you guys know, I already went over MCloud. Used to be the company, the entity before they merged with, or Golden Path bought MicroCloud Hologram. So all that and more, that's in previous videos. So let's go ahead and talk. So I did believe the pattern should have continued today. So we would have saw the price actually start going up around the $10, $11, even $15, even $25 mark. And I thought that we would start doing that incrementally. Now, this company has more insider information about their government than we currently do. I mean, heck, I'm on the East Coast, so really I don't know much of what's going on over there. They claim to be in New York, but if you see the building, it's nothing but gone. Now, I say this, and I'm going to stand on principle. Regardless if they're working on something big or even if they're just pumping to pump, I still do not like the lack of communication that we get here within MicroCloud Hologram. Now, if this is a company that I wanted to invest in and it showed that it was a serious company, the thing is that they've been acting very sus. That's the big thing here. And acting sus is being too volatile for me. Again, I would have to see substantial amount of proof that we're actually going to get money over the coming years. You got to understand that when it comes down to investing, you're not trying to just invest day trading. Typically, those are entities that a lot of them fail. You know, there are successful day traders, but you're looking for companies to grow over time with. NVIDIA is a good one. Palantir is a good one. Coca-Cola is a good one. A lot of these companies are really good and they're oversaturated within YouTube. So when it comes down to MicroCloud Hologram, and I bring it up, I think I've been the most consistent talking about MicroCloud Hologram and talking about the ups and downs and kind of giving you guys a perfect layout of what's going on with this company. I see what they're doing, right? Again, I did not know that there was going to be a second stimulus. Had there not been a second stimulus, I would have believed that the pump began today, today, Friday. So for it to have another stimulus over the weekend, I'm more than probable believing that it should begin next week. I mean, if you look at the first stimulus, right, you saw the stimulus, the Chinese markets reopened on, I think, either Tuesday or Wednesday. The stock went up substantially. I mean, it was really going up. It looked like it was turning around. We're getting that 40-cent mark, 50-cent mark pre-split, but really around that $8, $9 mark, $10 mark and whatnot. But it just fell down. And again, the reason why it fell down and it's actually staying above $5 is due to the fact that, number one, it's not considered a penny stock. They want to have that Gucci suit on and they want to look presentable. Shout out to Yota for that idea, but they want to have this on, right? They don't have a whole lot of information out there. So what they do have to do is release some kind of news fast and quick. So news is the main thing to kind of like get it surging. Then they drop what they want to drop into the stock, and then they have retail investors, then they have institutional investors, then they have the stimulus. I think that this could be made for a perfect blow up if they just do it. But again, I at this point, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, everything could be going right, and then they see something, they get news, they know when to move, and we might not see it, you know, rise up until February. They don't have to meet shoot, all they got to do is for the next, I believe, 30 days stay above $1, and they're not considered non-compliance. But they will lose a lot of investors because a lot of investors are retail. I think retail holds a lot of the float concurrently. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, a lot of retail investors are the ones that really are hoping to go up with the ride. But if you lose patience, if people lose patience, they no longer want to kind of participate in this game anymore of waiting. Well, then they'll get sick and tired. Now, listen, if you're somebody that's holding this stock, right? Let me tell you something. A Faraday, right? Somebody buys it right now and it goes up 50% is in a better position than me. I was pre-split Faraday. So me, I'm just trying to recoup my money. Now, I had the chance to do so. I thought it was going to pump even further, but unfortunately greed got the best of me. And so now I'm just holding on to it until it ever goes up. Now, I don't have a whole lot of shares within Faraday, but I learned a lesson from that. A major lesson is that you should have a backup amount that you're willing to share at a lower price. And then the rest, you should just let it sit there and see how far it'll go. And, when it comes down to it, you want to take profits. There was many times when I know individuals got into MicroCloud Hologram and it pumped, and then all of a sudden they just took it. We have an individual within the Discord showed, hey, I'm going to get in at this price point. If it reaches this price point, I'm out. They made money and they didn't regret it because it didn't go up any higher. And so that is the smartest move when it comes down to this stock. Now, can I tell you that it's going to pump next week? My last day is Monday. Monday is a substantial day to see a true turnaround. Today was really where I thought we were going to see at least $7, at least $8 again. But unfortunately, we didn't even see that when it came to MicroAlgo. It did the same. It tried to pump, but it smacked it down. So I can understand their motives. They don't want it to get to a certain level. They want to keep it at a certain price in order to flip it around at a certain price that is okay with them. This stock isn't manipulated with retail. It's manipulated by the people who are the grand majority owners of the stock. So when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen, familia de dinero, this stock is very interesting. It's a lottery ticket. And so you should treat it as though you should have already seen that I bought one lottery ticket. It gave me $100. And then it said that if I wait till this date, I can scratch it off to see if I make $1 million. But if I don't make $1 million, and I scratch it off, it'll give me $0. That's how I've been thinking about MicroCloud Hologram. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. But at the same time, I'm looking at this like, yeah, it is one of the more riskier stocks. The only reason why I'm down, not like overall in the portfolio, but I'm down is due to the fact of investing at the time that I did with MicroAlgo, and it's not even MicroAlgo, just MicroCloud Hologram. So when you look at individuals, again, when you look at individuals like somebody who bought that dip when MicroCloud, and I said it's going to dip and then it's going to rip. Anybody that waited all this time and they bought the amount of shares that they wanted all at that time, they're up. They have nothing to worry about. They have absolutely nothing to worry about because they bought it at that $4.50 level and it hasn't went back there. It's been just sitting at $5.30, 50 cents, 60 cents. So they're happy. they're happy. It's all about your entrance and exit. Had I known that they did reverse splits when I started buying, which unfortunately I was a little bit I didn't know at the time that it was about to do a reverse split, or it was a reverse splits that caused it to pop. I was just buying it because I was like, I want to be a part of the pop. Then I started looking at the company. Then I started getting answers. Then I started building a community. So it all kind of was a domino effect. Everything that's happening is a domino effect to MicroCloud Hologram. There is no coincidence that they released their earnings statements, and their earnings are fantastic. It's because they already knew that they're more than likely going to get 2 stimulus between these times, that the stock could really skyrocket in the time that investors, the market needs to be pumped up. The Chinese market is back open, and so we can see substantial amount of investors getting back into this. Thank you guys again, like I said, for watching. I appreciate all of you. Familia de dinero, and I will catch all of you in the next one. Adios.